Hello, I just wanted to talk to you about some Mora knives. I just recently started seeing these things, and they've been around for years, but I've been too dumb, I guess, to look into this. So now, instead of just buying one, I've ended up so far with four, and I'm going to buy some more just because I used to have a big knife collection of expensive knives that all went by the wayside. And these knives are just awesome. Each one of the four that I've got so far, they have come out of the package as sharp as a scalpel. They are amazingly sharp straight out of the box. And so I was going to show you a little bit of different ones of what I've got. This particular knife right here in my hand, this is a Mora, and it's the Companion. And this particular one is stainless steel. I don't know if that can be seen or not. It's a stainless steel blade, and it's got the black handle. And the case for it is just like the case on most of the other ones. It's plastic. It is substantial, but a lot of people don't like it. And I'm left-handed, so chances are this won't be a great sheath for me. But that's alright, because I like to mess around with Kydex, and I'll make my own sheath out of Kydex for this. And so after watching videos, I've noticed a lot of people take these knives and they make it their own little survival knife, I guess they might call it. So I got on the bandwagon, and what I've done here is, in this particular one, this is another Companion knife, Mora Companion. However, this particular one is the carbon steel blade, and it's not finished on the top. You can see it's not finished, whereas the other one here, this other Companion, stainless steel, it is a finished top on it, a finished spine, whatever you want to call it, and it's slightly thicker, I guess, because of the being one of them stainless. The stainless is slightly thicker than the carbon knife is. However, it appears to be the same blade shape, same size, and what have you. But what I've done here is I've taken the sheath and I wrapped, I don't know, 6 or 8 feet of paracord on it, and then used pieces of an inner tube to secure that. And under this area up here, I'm not going to take it off and show you, but I have probably 50 feet of braided fishing line, and then I added 2 or 3 little hooks and a couple of flies, fishing flies, and put under there also, so that gives me my little survival knife. And the other thing I did to this is this hat light, which I bought, fits just perfect on this particular piece of rubber, and so I have a really bright light right here on this knife now, which I can take off and do other things with if I want to. Once again, I don't know what I'll do with this. It's just a fun thing for me to mess around with. This particular knife right here, I've also done the same thing. I wrapped some paracord on it. I put the fishing line under it, fishing hooks and what have you. But on the back of it, I had a cheaper flashlight. I bought this little flashlight, and it actually has a flashlight on it, and also, for whatever it's worth, a laser deal, but it cost me $1, so it wasn't like it was a big deal, and it's something just to put on there. Whoever came up with the idea about the Ranger bands, or whatever you want to call them, using an inner tube, it was a brilliant idea. It fits perfectly on this particular sheath. This particular knife is called the Robust, and I'm going to end up cutting myself, I imagine, here, getting this thing out. But this is the Robust, and once again, it is a finished blade, but it is even more substantially made, or thicker blade, than the other Companion that I have, which is stainless steel, which is already thicker. But to show you the difference, here's the difference between the two the stainless steel knife and the Robust, and then here is the Robust and the carbon steel Companion knife, which you can see is substantially thinner blade. But guess what? They're both razor sharp. These are just great blades. The handle on the Robust is a little bigger. A lot of people like that better. Actually, I like the Companion better than I do the Robust. Then I bought another knife, and this particular knife is called, I think it was a 746, or I don't know, remember, something like that. Anyway, another one that they come razor sharp, and this particular one is stainless steel. The blade shape is about the same, I believe. However, the handle is different on it, and it comes down square on the blade instead of across a little bit of an angle. Also, the handle is more substantial. It's bigger. Some people like that. I don't. This is not my favorite of the ones that I've purchased so far. And this one being stainless steel, it does not have the finished spine on it like the other stainless steel knife that I have has. Nevertheless, I think this is called 746, something like that. It's a stainless steel knife, and it is not my favorite, but some people love it. I'm sure that it's a great knife in its own right. It just, for me, I like the way this one, the Companion, looks a little bit better, in my opinion, and in my hand it feels a little bit better. This is a very substantial grip in this one. And on the I think it's 746 once again. It's a substantial grip, and it's a well-made knife. However, it's just not the one that I prefer so far. I'll be buying more of these things because they're cheap, and it's I think it's a well-hidden secret, unfortunately, that these knives are such nice knives for the price that you can get them at. I mean, I haven't paid more than, I think the black-handled one here, I think, was $17.50 that I bought it. The others were less than that. So you can buy a razor-sharp knife, utilitarian knife, and whenever you lose it or break it, whatever, really, have you really lost that much? No, not really. You get on the internet and you buy another one, have them send it to you. Great deal. And I hope that people continue not to know what a great deal is, because whenever they figure that out, I imagine the prices will start to go up on these, and I wouldn't like that very much. I'm going to end up getting more of these, and as I do so, I'll show you what I've got. But I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope that it shows you a little bit of the difference here. I'm going to put all these so that you can see what they look like, I guess, side by side. Once again, this is the 746. Let me move it up here slightly. This one's I think it's called the 746. This is the Mora Robust. This is a black-handled Companion stainless steel. And this one is a Companion, which is, I think they call it the military green or whatever, and it's a carbon steel blade. You can see they're all basically the same size. The handle is bigger on the first one and on the second one than what it is on the two Companions. Alright.